2.
$100 million? Are you out of your mind? That's the exact reaction from a UFC legend after one of the most jaw-dropping, mind-bending stories in MMA history just went public. What happened? Let's just say it involves insane money, a shocking decision, and a veteran of the sport who's absolutely horrified. Stick around, this gets crazier by the second. Smash that subscribe button if you want the truth behind the headlines. This is AUSSIE UFC, and we serve chaos with a side of uppercuts. So here's how it all exploded. A former UFC fighter, now a legend of the sport, recently reacted to a deal that's making the rounds in the MMA and boxing world. And not just any deal, a deal worth over $100 million. Now, for the casual fan, that might sound like a big payday. But for this UFC legend? It's pure insanity. Here's the setup. An influencer, yes, an influencer, not a world champion, not an Olympic wrestler, but a guy with TikTok followers and a few boxing matches, was just offered a deal worth 9 figures to fight in a crossover event. And the reaction from UFC royalty? Utter disbelief. The legend didn't hold back. They said, when real fighters are grinding for 10 and 10, and someone with a podcast and a six-pack gets 100 mil, that's not just crazy. That's disrespectful. Let that sink in. We're talking about warriors who've bled in the cage for years, earning crumbs, while someone with a ring light and an online fan base is being thrown more money than most UFC champs make in a lifetime. Now here's where it gets even wilder. The influencer in question? Jake Paul. Love him or hate him, the guy's turning heads, and now, he's reportedly closing in on a $100 million deal to fight either Nate Diaz, Jorge Masvidal, or possibly even Mike Tyson in a spectacle-sized mega bout. And the UFC legend who called it out? Daniel Cormier. Yep, DC himself. He called the deal a slap in the face to real fighters and said, "If this is the direction combat sports is heading, I don't know if I want to be part of it anymore." Strong words from a Hall of Famer. Now, pause for a second. This isn't just about money. This is about respect. Guys like Cormier, Jose Aldo, Robbie Lawler, they built the foundation of modern MMA. They fought injured, cut weight like maniacs, took home peanuts compared to boxing's giants, and still carried the UFC into global dominance. So when someone who hasn't earned their stripes steps in and cashes a check that dwarfs everything they fought for, it's no wonder DC and others are furious. Explosion symbol. You're watching AUSSIE UFC, where legends speak, and the truth lands harder than a left hook. Don't just watch, subscribe and be part of the fight. But here's where things get really complicated. Because while legends are disgusted, millions of fans are eating it up. The numbers don't lie. Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz? Over 500,000 PPV buys. More than some UFC main events. And if the sport is now being driven by entertainment value over. What do you think? Was this the KO of the year? And should slam knockouts be legal in MMA? Let us know in the comments, and if you love this kind of savage storytelling, don't just watch, subscribe. Because next time, we're breaking down a double knockout that left 2 fighters unconscious on the canvas. This is AUSSIE UFC. And we're just getting started.